Good morning students. I hope you all are well. So as in our previous class we have completed our chapter number 1, that is crop production and management. Okay student. So in continuation of that, today we will start our new chapter, that is chapter number 2, microorganisms, friend and foe. Microorganisms, friend and foe. So first of all, microorganisms. Microorganisms means the organisms which are microscopic. And do you know what is microscope? Microscope is an instrument that is used to see the microorganisms. Microorganisms like bacteria, fungi, viruses are known as microorganisms. And student, their size is very small that we cannot see them with our naked eyes. Okay, in spite of all the living organisms, there like plants, animals and human beings, there are other category, they are very small in size, which are known as microorganisms. Friend and foe. How they are our friend and how they are our enemy. How they are helpful for us and how they are harmful for us. Okay, if we talk about how they are friend, so they help in making the curd, they help in making the cheese, they help in making beverages, antibiotics, okay, and they also help in fixing the atmospheric nitrogen into the usable form of nitrogen. So whenever they are helpful for us, then they are known as friend, and whenever they are harmful for us, then they are known as our enemy or our foe, because they cause a varieties of disease in humans, in plants and in other organisms also. Like the corona which is spreading right now, that is pandemic, that is also caused due to this microorganism, that is caused due to virus. Okay students, so first of all, what is the study of microorganisms called? First of all, we cannot see them with naked eyes. There is an instrument is needed to see these microorganisms. We can see them with the help of magnifying glass. Magnifying means that increases the size of these microorganisms, and with the help of microscope. Micro means which are very small in size. Scope means to see. The instrument that is used to see the microorganism is known as microscope. Okay, so first thing is that the branch of science that deals with the study of microorganism is known as microbiology. When we study about these microorganisms, about the viruses, about the bacteria, about the fungi, about the algae, that branch is known as microbiology. Okay, next is microorganism first time observed by Leeuwenhoek. There was a scientist named Leeuwenhoek. He first time observed the microorganism in 1673. In the year 1673, the Leeuwenhoek first time observed were able to see the microorganism in 1673. Next, if we talk about these microorganisms, they can survive in all the type of climatic conditions. They can survive in ice cold condition to the very hot spring condition. They can survive in desert condition and also in the marshy condition. So they are cosmopolitan. Cosmopolitan means they are present everywhere. They are present in air, they are present in water, they are present in soil, and they are also present inside the body of living organisms. They are present inside our body. They are present in our throat. They are present in our nose. They are present in our tears of our eyes. So they are present everywhere. Okay student. So first thing is that how we can classify this microorganism. So microorganisms can be divided into 5 major groups. There are 5 major groups in which these microorganisms can be divided. The first one is the viruses. Viruses are very small microorganisms and they can be living or in non-living stage. And they are in living state only when they are present inside any other living organism. Either they are present inside the human body, either they are present inside the plant body or in the animal body. So whenever they are inside the body of other living organism, then only the viruses are in living state. But whenever they are outside the body of the living organism, outside the body of host organism, then they are in non-living state, or they are found in a crystalline state when they are outside the body of living organism. And living organism can be plant, animal or a human body. Okay students, next if we talk about the bacteria. Bacteria are also the microorganism, and they can be in unicellular stage or they can be in a multicellular state. So if we talk about the bacteria are useful for us because they help in making the cheese, they help in making the curd, they help in making the antibiotics. But if we talk about the harmfulness of the bacteria, they cause a variety of diseases in human beings, in plants and in animals also. Next, if we talk about the fungi. Fungi are the microorganisms that are heterotrophic in nature. They do not have chlorophyll in them. They are plant-like organism, and they do not have chlorophyll in them, are known as fungi. And fungi like yeast is very useful in the beverage industries. They are helpful in making the bread. They are helpful in making the alcohol, but they are also harmful for us because they leads to spoilage of food items. Fungi also leads to spoilage of food items. Next is about the protozoa. So protozoa are also the microorganism. They are unicellular in structure and they lead to varieties of diseases in human beings. They cause malaria. They cause sleeping sickness in human beings. Okay, and they cause a variety of diseases in plants and in animals also. The fifth category of the microorganism is the algae, and they are the plant-like organism. Okay, and they have chlorophyll. And this algae also help in nitrogen fixation. The blue-green algae help in fixing of the nitrogen, anemone and the nostril, whereas some of the algae are harmful because they cause a varieties of diseases, and they are also helpful in making the certain substances like agar-agar. So student, about these microorganisms we will discuss about one by one later in our class. So today we will discuss about what are microorganisms, how they are formed and formed, what is microbiology, the study of microorganism is known as microbiology, who first time observed the microorganism, Leeuwenhoek in 1673. Then we have discussed that they are present everywhere, they are present in soil, in water, in air, inside the living organisms like in plants, in animals and in human beings also. After that, we have discussed about the microorganisms can be classified into 5 major groups, which are viruses, bacteria, fungi, protozoa and algae. And about these, we will discuss in our next classes one by one. So student, this is all for today's class. Thank you and have a nice day.